Hello there, welcome back to my views and news. Viewers, in this video, I want to share with you my views about Fano's those achievements which are less discussed. Whenever people talk about the changes in the Amhara region after Fano's activities, which intensified mainly this year, they mostly talk about territorial control, that Fano in control of territories, which was not the case last year. Or they talk about numbers, that Fano fighters are now more in number than last year. Or they talk about the POWs, that Fano fighters have captured thousands of ENDF POWs. Or they talk about weapons, that Fano has more weapons now. There are 5 other achievements of Fano fighters which are less discussed. And I see these 5 achievements as major achievements. And these 5 achievements have come at a very minimal cost in terms of losses to the capabilities of Fano fighters, in terms of civilian losses to civilian human losses. So I'll try to analyze these 5 Fano's achievements in just a few months. We can say just this year, Fano fighters have achieved these 5 targets without suffering any major casualties in terms of damage to their capabilities, in terms of loss of big Fano commanders. First major achievement for me of Fano fighters is that last year Fano was a militia. According to international community, according to Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Fano fighters were members of a militia who were committing atrocities, who were committing human rights abuses against Tigrayans, and accountability was being demanded, and human rights organization, international community was asking Ethiopian government to take action against Fano fighters, Fano commanders. Damake Zadu is part of Fano, and we saw a report by Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International asking Ethiopian government to start criminal proceedings against Damake Zadu and some Amhara special force members. But in just 6 months, things have changed. Now, international community is not calling for accountability of Fano fighters. International community is calling for negotiated solution to the conflict in the Amhara region. That is what we heard from US State Department, from European Union almost 2 weeks ago. In separate statements, the two called for negotiated solution to the conflict in Amhara and Oromia. It means that Fano factions have been recognized as players in Amhara region, not as criminals. Now they are parties. They are being treated as parties which should be talked to. It's a big change for me. Secondly, a regional administrative structure. Total collapse in just 6 months. Fano has forced total collapse of a regional administrative structure. President Yilkal removed, though he resigned, basically removed. And no one imagined last year that Yilkal would have to go. Yilkal left. Then we saw that today Bahirdar city had a new mayor. first deputy mayor. Other zones have also new leadership. Prosperity Party leaders shuffled, we can say, but Fano forced the collapse of regional administrative structure. And obviously assassinations were committed by Fano fighters. Girma was assassinated, other mayors were attacked too. Whatever was the tactic adopted by Fano fighters, but regional administrative structure paralyzed. Effort is being done to resuscitate this regional administrative structure. Araga Kabbede, new man, let's see, can he handle the crisis? Third achievement, a regional security structure, total collapse. Where is regional police? If Ethiopian National Defense Force withdraws from Amhara today, what will happen? Fano will capture entire Amhara in just a few hours. So what is stopping Fano factions from seizing control of entire Amhara region is Ethiopian National Defense Force. Regional security structure, total collapse. Amhara Special Force was under regional government, and regional government, or you can say Ethiopian regional government, I would say. Regional government shot in its feet by disbanding Special Force. Disbanded Special Force members joined Fano fighters. Police incapable. It cannot confront Fano fighters. Militias being raised, but militias don't match Fano's capabilities. When I say Fano's capabilities, I mean member of Fano factions who are ordinary people, battle-hardened ASF members, battle-hardened Fano members, battle-hardened Ethiopian National Defense Force members. So, and we saw that just a few days ago, new police chief was appointed, new prison department chief was appointed, militia heads have been transferred to. All this happened because of Fano's attacks. So Fano forced the regional security structure into paralysis. Third achievement, less discussed. Fourthly, unity. Amhara people were never as united as they are today. Yes, there are groups pro federal government, pro prosperity party, but in the Amhara region, no one can deny that Fano fighters enjoy immense public support. I never saw this much unity in the Amhara region on an issue, whether through propaganda or through effective public relations campaigns. Fano fighters have managed to build a narrative that they're fighting for the protection of the people of the Amhara region, Amhara people in danger. That is why all Amharas should stand with Fano. So Fano is getting all type of support from the people of the Amhara region, personnel support, recruits, logistical support, etc. Amhara region is more united behind Fano than behind Prosperity Party. I wouldn't say that entire Amhara region is standing with Fano. No, there cannot be this type of unity. But Fano has managed to make anti-Ethiopian government Amhara groups united. Diaspora. How many Amhara diaspora groups are supporting Ethiopian federal government? I don't know any big Amhara diaspora advocacy group big Amhara figure who are supporting Ethiopian government. Amhara diaspora community is overwhelmingly supporting Fano fighters. That unity in diaspora was missing. Last year there were people were not happy with federal government, but even then PM Abiy had some support in Amhara community. Things changed this year, and that's mainly because of Fano was activities. When I say Fano, everyone who is part of Fano, Skandar, their battlefield commanders, etc. So diaspora became more united this year. International community taking Fano seriously now. Mike Hammer holding talks with Ethiopian PM Abiy, telling him to resolve, holding talks in Addis Ababa with Ethiopian government officials. I'm not sure about any meeting between Mike Hammer and PM Abiy, but Mike Hammer has held meeting with Ethiopian government officials with some pro-Fano elements too, like Gado and Gacho. So we can sum up, viewers, that all these 5 achievements have come at a very minimal cost for Fano fighters. How many Fano fighters have been killed so far? Thousands? No. If someone says that thousands of Fano fighters have been killed in this war, he's lying. Number is not in thousands. Fano fighters are suffering losses, but losses are not huge. Ethiopian military is also suffering losses. Hundreds of its members have been taken prisoner, and government has shown only 5 or 6 Fano fighters as prisoners. No graphic videos showing killed Fano fighters. It means Fano fighters are not suffering lots of losses, and they have nothing to lose except their lives. I mean, they don't have heavy weapons, they don't have drones, they don't have helicopters, they don't have territories, they don't have institutions, they don't have airports. Wherever they come under pressure, they leave the territory. They flee towards forests, mountains, they return. This is the type of struggle they have launched. So overall, we can sum up that keeping Fano's military capabilities, territorial control aside, Fano has achieved a lot in the last 5 to 6 months. 6 months ago, I was saying that Fano's capabilities were being underestimated, and Fano's activities would destabilize the Amhara region. Government should talk to Fano fighters. Back then, people mocked. They said, Sajid, you just don't know what is happening in Ethiopia. Then you saw what happened. Now, again, I'm saying, yes, Ethiopian military has retaken big cities, Gondar, Baidar, Shorobit, Debre Birhan, Lalibela. It does not mean that everything is under military control. I talked about 5 main achievements of Fano fighters, and I can do another video about what Fano's intentions are now. We can draw parallels between Fano and TDF, Fano and Ola, etc. Only point which I want to make, which I want to stress, is that Fano should not be underestimated today. Fano shouldn't have been underestimated a few months ago. That was a mistake. And that mistake cost. It was a costly mistake. Ethiopian federal government, Amhara regional government suffered. Maybe this mistake is not costly for federal government because federal government wants to see a destabilized Amhara region. It is also a theory, by the way, a conspiracy theory, that a destabilized Amhara region suits federal government. A stable, united, prosperous Amhara region could be a problem for the federal government. Theories, conspiracy theories, sometimes these conspiracy theories have some truth. But overall, we can sum up yours now that, again, this is the time to talk for both parties. Fano cannot sweep Amhara and then reach Addis Ababa and pull PM Abiy out of the palace and throw him out. No, it won't happen. At the same time, military cannot crush Fano once and for all. It won't happen. Only solution if government wants a solution. If government wants to resolve the conflict, only solution is dialogue. Some midway, some common ground between the two sides. Thank you for watching.